Welcome back to Soccer Card United. It's time for episode 161 of the greatest soccer card podcast in the world. My name is Jason. That's Enzo. Hi, Enzo.
Hello, Jason.
We're both in light blue today.
Yeah, that's how we're feeling.
Sunny skies here at Soccer Card United HQ. Clear blue skies.
It's been a brilliant couple of days over here in the city, Jason.
It has. It's been very nice, and we're enjoying it. Big show today. Lots of news. Lots of hobby news.
Okay.
And we're going to start with a product, a hotly anticipated product, which is due to launch tomorrow, and that is Serie A Select. So we've seen La Liga Select.
We've
seen Premier League Select.
We have.
God knows we've had our battles of Premier League Select. We'll talk about that later in the show. And we're getting Serie A and then we're getting FIFA, but now it's time for Serie A. So let's go to the old share screen here. Because a checklist was added on Cardboard Connection.
Oh my god.
For this. So I can confirm to you that Kavica Kvaratskhelia is on the checklist.
Let's go. Now, he was in the images. We knew that.
He was in the images, but then there were some rumours that maybe he wasn't going to
make it
and all that stuff. But he has made it. And so just to do a quick, because I know he's the big chase, just to do a little quick check. So he's not on the base terrace checklist.
Okay.
He is on mezzanine, and he is on field level, just like Evan Ferguson in EPL.
Okay, so you're saying potentially a later edition.
Could have been.
Okay.
Or at least
short print.
Yeah. He's on the artistic impressions checklist. I believe that's a case hit.
Yeah, that's a case hit.
Select Future, not a case hit. That's he's on that as well. And he's also on the stained glass set checklist. So you're looking at a stained glass Cavaradonna.
That would be unbelievable.
And so of course there are team badges, and you could get an AC Milan team badge. That'd be fun.
My big dream is to get to 101 of that, Jason. But my big dream again is for this to come out next year and have that Frosinone badge. I would die.
That'd be great.
I would die.
So it's kind of exciting. The other kind of rookie that we've been talking about for Serie A this year is Rasmus Højlund, and he is also on the checklist. He's in the terrace.
Yeah, had a big international break, and
he's in the stained glass. So he only has one of the base sets and one of the case hits. So Rasmus Højlund in the Atalanta colours as well, a potential chase. Looking at some of the images here, you have Nico Barella, Kavica, Dusan Vlahovic, Charles de Ketelaere equalisers, Giorgio Scalvini highly rated centre back for Atalanta, and there's what the stained glass design looks like. We've seen it in the other selects. Martin Satriano there for Empoli, Paulo Dybala patch, Giorgio Bazurksi auto. So very exciting product. We saw that La Liga dried up super quick. EPL did not dry up super quick.
There was a huge difference in the print run.
Yeah. So we'd be interested to see where this falls compared to those two.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see where it drops at, because I think Panini America had $430 release for, I believe, the La Liga, and then it was $275 for the Premier League.
Right. So that kind of.
And I think we're on record after the checklist came out saying that Serie A is slightly shorter print than La Liga. And obviously I would say out of the three has the biggest chase. Is that fair?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I think Kvara is definitely the rookie
of the year.
Yeah.
It's hard to
put
you can't win the league with Napoli and do what he did.
No. Some the dual swatches. Here you got other stuff. Rafael, Charles de Ketelaere, Mike Magnon, Fikayo Tomori, Martinez, Lautaro Martinez, and Romelu Lukaku. Lula, they call them.
Oh, yeah. Again, that's big for Inter as well. They are in the final of the Champions League. If they went on to win it, they probably won't. But if they did, this set for Inter fans probably becomes
this Inter squad suddenly become
more relevant.
Let's have a look and see if there's any. Let me see. Legend. What were we like? Legend always. David Trezeguet for Juventus. R9 for Inter.
That's really good.
Arturo Vidal for Inter. Rafa Marquez for Hellas Verona. Late era Rafa Marquez.
Does Ronaldo win this one?
I don't know. Yeah, he is for Juventus. Let's see. Yap Stam for Lazio. Interesting. Pitch side signatures, all sorts of stuff. So I'm excited for this.
How long do you think it takes for that 101 Cavaradonna to be hit?
Day one. Hit day one.
But like, do you think it's just because a lot is going to get ripped? There's not a lot. It's not a big print run.
But this is the great mystery, isn't it?
Mm.
You know, why do these things seem to be hit almost immediately?
We never know.
There's also autographed memorabilia stuff, and which features a peacock parallel, which always look good too. So this is exciting. I'm very excited for this.
Yeah.
I'm now. I can only imagine having kind of gotten into select breaks for the Evan Ferguson thing. I would not even dream of going near. Imagine the Napoli spot this year.
Oh my god!
It's going to be unbelievable. It's going to be absolutely.
Raspadori in the mix as well.
Raspadori's in there. Obviously Victor Osimhen. Everyone's going to want your Victor Osimhen cards.
Select like.
But this whole
Slick Vic
Osimhen. Did you see my big sale on ComC?
Yeah, huge. But like, what do you think? Like, his rookies are sporadically around. I think Chronicles, La Liga Mosaic.
Who are we talking about?
Slick Vic. For back.
Merlin,
yeah. So Merlin, he has a rated rookie. He has a Merlin, and he has a Mosaic. He might have two Mosaics.
What's his Mosaic?
Serie Mosaic.
Yeah. Sorry, yeah.
Is it? What's the green one we have? That's from Merlin, is it?
That's from Merlin, yeah.
So yeah, he has a Merlin.
And then I think we just got a
Serie Mosaic.
Serie Mosaic,
So we got a Merlin, a Mosaic, and he also has a rated rookie from Chronicles, I believe. He has some fire cards, people.
He's got some great cards, and this is just great to see.
For the purists, his rookie is a Lille sticker and or a Lille match attack.
Yeah.
Or
the under 17 World Cup.
Nigeria.
The great thing about this set coming out, Serie A Select coming out, especially if it's short print run, is that this has been the best season for Italian clubs in Europe by a long way. I mean, obviously you had Inter and Milan in the semi-final of Champions League, Juventus and Roma in the semi-finals of the Europa League. Very exciting. So this is a high-profile time and a high-profile set.
Yeah, I'm excited for her.
Dropping tomorrow. I'll Enzo, over or under what La Liga dropped at?
Oh, maybe the same. Maybe a little bit. Like, I think over Premier League.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I was told it was an EU exclusive, so I don't really know. It was on the Panini America. I mean, I think EU Asia exclusive. I think that's why people like the print run is smaller. It's on Panini America, it's coming soon, but people noted that the timer has disappeared.
Right.
There was a timer.
So it might not be.
And like this one, by the way, it says you're only led by 5 per order. I believe it said. Whereas I think EPL you were able to do 12. Again, that just kind of hints at the print run.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a beautiful one for Italian football fans, and obviously the big chase, Cavaradonna.
Very exciting.
I don't know if you have it on the docket. The Chronicles. Do you have Chronicles on the docket?
About Chronicles coming back.
No, we did that last week.
Yeah.
But that there's a Cavaradonna rookie ticket.
Oh, I don't think I had that.
Well, there you go. You don't really need to pull it up. But
people can imagine what that might be like.
There will be a rookie ticket, I believe, Cavaradonna in that one.
Will there be a rookie ticket Evan Ferguson in the Premier League?
I don't have the answer. I just seen the Cavaradonna.
I need to know.
I know you need to know.
I have questions and I need answers. Then over in, so that's Panini. Over in Topps World, we had an announcement for something called the Grail.
There you go if you want to see it though, Jason, real quick.
Let me have a look. Oh yeah, very good.
There you go.
You can try and show the camera.
There, the camera. They see it.
They see it.
They see it.
They love it.
They love it. They can't get enough.
Yeah.
They cannot get enough.
So we had this whole thing with the Erling Haaland Chrome card that said 1 of 9.
Yes, we did.
That came out of Flagship. There was all this debate going on. Debate was raging on. Was this a mistake? Was this real? Then you came on this show and scooped and said it's deliberate.
It's deliberate. I knew.
And then the debate still raged on.
Raged like crazy. And
now Topps have come out. This is a tweet from Topps UK. Introducing the Grail. 9 short printed Chrome cards hidden across multiple different Topps releases. Card number 1 of the Grail can now be found in 22-23 Flagship. and that was, of course, was the Erling Haaland stained glass looking yoke. So it's got this whole kind of like quest thing. You're building it into one image. Exciting stuff.
When I first seen that image, I thought the grey in the background, I thought that was the DFB Bocal. I thought it was for a second. I said, what's that? So Haaland makes up the top left, and that card was in flagship.
Right, and so across the 8 other products, the idea is that across 8 other products we're going to get
another Grail.
Yeah, so each of these products is going to have a Grail card within them, and then if you get
them all,
you make that, and then what happens? You complete the quest.
I get confused, but I have a few bits here, right?
Okay.
To break down on that tweet. The hashtag choose wisely.
Yeah.
I don't really get that.
It's a reference to Indiana Jones and The Last Crusade.
Okay, jeez. The one beside it, the hashtag hobby. Look at Panini with that scoop.
Yeah.
Of rated rookie popping up beside that. Have you noticed, Jason, on Twitter, this new feature of like associated accounts?
No.
Right, go into Topps US. You should be able to see it.
Topps US.
Yeah, there you're gonna see it.
Okay. Yeah.
There beside the tick.
Oh.
Did you see that?
Right.
It's a new Twitter feature.
This is because of the whole verification thing.
I don't know what that is, but you're able to basically, I think it's just a new feature. You're able to link in your association to another account. So, for example, Jason, your Jason Flynn Twitter account could have Soccer Cards United there, I believe.
Wow.
Wouldn't that be something?
Wouldn't be good for the company, let me tell you that.
You're meant to have not associated.
Better to have a disclaimer in the bio.
Oh my god.
Personal opinions only.
I thought that was cool.
That is cool.
Twitter gets a lot of hate.
Doing some great work over there at Twitter. Let's see some of the feedback on this stuff. Junk Wax to Jackie says, I love the concept. I think the cross-product collecting is a good marketing idea. They named the number that is in a way it makes no sense and be hard to find on eBay. Gonna have to set up a couple of searches. Okay, that was one thing that we saw a couple of people talking about, was that this Erling Haaland card has no kind of identifiable background. But I suppose you just call it Haaland Grail.
Yeah, but like people, obviously, there was a lot of debate about this because people were like, some people hit this, thought it was an error card. It's listed on eBay as error cards. Other people bought it thinking it was of 9, like there was only 9 created because of the one of 9. And ultimately, people are like, how do we identify it? And it's like, is this a good or a bad thing? I don't hate it. I understand all the rage and people just being kind of moany, but for me, I'm like, it's similar to like the Panini stickers in the World Cup. Like you hit a 101, you stick it in an album, it wasn't very clear it was a 101, get over it.
Yeah.
Like it's like someone.
Well, there's always going to be someone's always going to.
Ultimately, I think it's class. That's like, you know what I mean. Ultimately, I'm like, that's cool. I like the kind of jeopardy of people like not knowing what they had. Like some fella had 3 because it was a collation issue. Some French guy, I think, and I was going to try it in the end. I was going to try my best to get one off him.
Yeah.
Assuming he didn't know that they were super rare. Do you know? But I just like it. It's cool. I understand like there should be an identifier on the back to make even grading easier and stuff like that. But like, it's obviously a new edition. It's obviously a bit of a woo. So like, don't be so miserable, you know. Just be like, that's cool.
Yeah, I think it is cool. I think like there's always going to be.
And like they announced it now. There's 8 more sets coming out. People are like, why didn't you announce it before the set came out? It's like, I think that's the point. Buy the box. Someone hits the grail. Now it's kind of a what's this? Is that the whole point?
Yeah, I also like the idea that you kind of now have a reason to go back to the rest of, like, if you hit, say on the ninth product that has this, you hit a grail card. Let's say it's, I don't know, by that stage, let's say it's.
1 sec, Jason. Can we pause?
One second.
You were saying it gives you a chance to look back.
Give you a chance to look back. So like at the end, if you hit it in the last product it's available in, usually by that stage you've had kind of like 3 months of products coming out with you week by week, and you may be a bit exhausted. But not that anyone is necessarily buying every product, but it gives you a reason then to go and find, maybe you say, I wasn't going to open Flagship, or I wasn't going to open Stadium Club, or whatever it was, but now I have 1 or 2 of these grail cards. I wonder, it's probably worth opening it in a way, whereas
can I get them all? Usually
you'd be like, oh well, I'll try again next season.
But you think, like, what does this do for breakers? Is there a grail slot? Is there some form of grail jeopardy? Is there can they get creative? If they hit a grail, does something happen?
I don't know. God knows what breakers will do with this.
I'd imagine if you had a Haaland slot and that came out, you probably got that before knowing about it, if that makes sense.
I personally think that's how they should do it. Before, if you don't know, like,
if we don't know what the Grail is, whoever has the slot gets the card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever player it is, it's a bonus.
We'll leave it to the breakers to figure out what they're going to do with that.
Breakers can write in and tell us what they're going to do with this.
Oh, I was about to say something. Jason, I lost it.
Okay. Well, we can move on anyway.
Okay.
I think we all agree that this is
a benefit. It's positive.
It's, look, we all complained for a long time.
Look. Oh, no, I remember what I was going to say. Some people think that if you collect all 9 Grails, you're going to get something. Do you think that's possible? Probably not.
Probably not. I wouldn't hope.
People seen like the quest. They said, "Oh, this looks like it's a little bit of an Easter egg hunt. You get them all. If you're the first one with all 9, you might."
That seems a bit
optimistic.
Oh. I would say let's just be happy
for this.
And I would encourage people not to.
You're stumbling over your words. You're freaking out.
Not to, exhaust too many of your resources trying to
complete the
Grail in the hopes of a big, prize.
Yeah, but what about the Grail? Is there? Are you going to get a chalice?
It'd be lovely if you got a chalice.
It'd be wonderful.
Even
just a display case for the 9 of them would be nice.
Yeah, I mean maybe
maybe that. You know what? If you're a display case maker, you might start prepping.
Yep.
A very nice Grail style display case, knowing someone's going to need one of these cases.
Mm-hmm.
Business opportunity. Big business
opportunity. Just been given away.
If you switched on.
This is like Gary Vee telling you to go to car boot sales and
you just have to do the work.
You just have to do the work. If you're willing to get ahead of it, you'll reap the benefits. Right, now our favourite hobby footballer, Tosin Adarabioyo, had a big announcement this week over on for Fulham, of course, over on Instagram. He has the account Tosin Collectibles.
Yeah.
And he has this new project, and it's called The Huddle.
Oh, yes.
And so it was on Tosin's thing. The project I've been working on has finally launched, he says. It's called The Huddle FC, and it's so far just an Instagram page. But the idea is, he says here, the page is dedicated to bringing fans, collectors and players closer than ever before with exclusive match tickets, signed memorabilia from your favourite players, box breaking and much more. So this is like a new hobby brand being launched by, certainly in the UK hobby's most high profile athlete.
Okay.
I know, like in the States, like Mike Trout and Giannis and all, they collect cards, but
Griezmann, does he collect cards?
I'm not sure about the whole Griezmann thing. Somebody told me at our trade night that Griezmann was going to be at the
trade night,
or at the Paris card show. Because there's this account Greasy Cards,
but that's not him.
No,
I don't think it's him.
At best, it's someone associated with him, but I don't think so. I think it's just like
someone else
entirely.
It's like you.
It's like me just using a handle of a player I like.
It's like football Twitter.
Yeah, it's like at Messi 10. That's not Messi tweeting.
Is that not?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Anyway, so I'm unsure as to what this huddle thing is, but they've been recruiting people. Obviously, you got the founder Tosin. You got breakers. They're recruiting breakers. 1, 2, 3. Match day host.
Interesting.
Mad stuff going on. What do you think about this, Enzo? What do you think about a player like this getting involved in the hobby in this way?
Yeah, I briefly chatted to him at the last London Card Show. He walked up, him and a friend, and they said, what's the price on the Haaland Blue Red Fusion? And I said 10 grand.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, that's a big one. And they just looked at it and went, oh, and then walked away.
Yeah.
But it's great to see him, walking
I lent him a Sharpie.
Did you?
I did.
Wow. But it's
so
great,
this guy is involved.
We know Soccer Cards United.
Yeah.
You're going to see our name pop up next.
Yeah. Interesting. We didn't get the shout.
Oh, wow.
Official podcast of the huddle.
Of the huddle.
Now, the crazy thing is,
what?
We don't have guests on our podcast. So if Premier League footballer Tosin Adarabioyo was to ask to come on to talk about the huddle, I would be forced to tell him,
we don't do that.
Tosin, I'm sorry, we don't have guests.
We don't do guests.
And he said, but I'm on Sky Sports every week. I've got 120,000 Instagram followers. Sorry, Tosin, it's show policy. We don't have guests.
A lot of people with 100,000 followers want to be on the show.
It's if I
let you in. Do you know how many people have 100,000 followers?
Yeah.
The gates would be open. It'd be a disaster. I love it. I think it's good. I'm interested in it. I didn't fully understand what it was. When he started announcing the breakers at the start, I just thought it was like a breaker squad. But now you're seeing the match day stuff, you're seeing other stuff, so it's a whole thing. And they were mentioning kind of getting people closer to the players, some opportunity, stuff like that. So
yeah, who knows what that.
we'll chat to him. But maybe we should start something that we can chat to him. That's not the podcast, an interview style series,
Yeah,
just to get to the bottom of this. Could be good.
it would be good.
Could be good.
I was thinking about that, about like doing like something that's not the podcast. We don't have guests on the podcast.
No, you can't be on this. People are driving to work right now, listening to this, going,
Yeah.
"This is what I want."
Yeah,
They're having their coffee. They're saying, "This is what I want." If someone else was here, being like, "Well, I used to collect, and then I fell out of it, and then I got back into it,"
Yeah.
you'd want to kill yourself when you drive to work every day.
you're on the treadmill. You don't want to hear me
You're like,
and
"Oh,
you
no.
and someone.
Not this again.
I'm Jason. That's Enzo, and this is our guest this week. No,
No,
good.
Jason, you're the guest this week. I'm the guest. We're guests of this podcast.
Yeah. But then I was thinking, if you have something else that's not the podcast that you do have guests on, do you not run into the exact same issues that have caused you to have the no guest policy in the first place?
You do, because this is the thing, right? If you're Oprah,
Yeah.
right, and we obviously put ourselves up there with Ellen DeGeneres, Oprah, and the gang,
Yeah.
the best of the best of interviewees, or the likes. Jason, maybe you have a few that you love, the late hosts and whatnot. But like, what I'm saying is though,
Yeah.
say if you're a host of a big whatever,
Yeah.
Saturday Night Live, I don't know what you do, right?
Whatever. The Tonight Show.
The Tonight Show, there we go. I don't watch a lot of TV. The Tonight Show. People probably do message you going, "Oh, can I come on?" But they obviously get ignored. You choose the guest.
Well, do you know what?
Or agents pay and get.
It's like these shows, chat shows and stuff, and all media, they have bookers. And so you, as the host of the show, are allowed a level of
separation.
So that so if you run into somebody in a restaurant and they say, "I asked to come on the show," you just go, I don't handle the bookings. That's crazy. Sorry, man."
Yeah.
Whereas if we
we need a booker.
We need a booker or a producer or somebody we can say, ask our producer, we'll see if they can fit you in.
And ultimately they can't.
So that when we run into somebody at the National and they say,
Hey man,
I sent you 12 DMs about getting on the show, I don't have to say, sorry about that. I can
guests.
just say,
we don't. You say we don't have guests, and then go like you.
Yeah, we don't have guests. You're not really
for us.
Yeah, we don't have guests, and if we did,
but it's annoying because you want to ultimately, if you're doing something like that, you want to ultimately curate what you're interested in. Do you know? If you're Joe Rogan, there we go. It was at the tip of my tongue. Everyone was shouting it, going, Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan chooses who he wants to talk to. He's like, you know what? I'm interested in this person. I'll talk to them. No one's saying, "Hey Joe, have me on."
People are saying,
no,
hey,
they
Joe,
are, but then Joe gets to decide.
He's saying, "No, I'm not going to have you on.
I'm not going to have you on."
You're not quite the Joe Rogan experience material.
Now, do you know what? The fun thing, that's such a range. I feel the Joe Rogan podcast. If he's telling you you're not really in this range.
Yeah.
That range literally.
I would not feel good about myself if Joe Rogan said you're not really up to our editorial standard.
You're not in this spectrum. Meanwhile, their spectrum literally touches everything.
You got guys coming on talking about how there's dinosaurs in the Amazon, and I can't get on. You know.
But yeah, ultimately it would be great to do that. But I do think there's a lot of politics that we'd run into. People being like, "Just let me be on the show. I just have this thing that I'm trying to sell."
Yeah.
But they won't say it like that. They'll say it like, "Let me talk about my journey."
Yeah.
Let me talk about my journey to start up this grading company that I did yesterday, and now I'm going to grade everyone's card. Do you know?
But then maybe people would people be okay if we had Tosin on? Not that he's begging to come on or that we've even had.
He's knocking on the door.
But like, if we could say to people, "No, listen, this is
No. Then you're just bowing down. You can't, not on the podcast. No way.
No
way.
way.
Because other people rate themselves up there with Tosin. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're saying, "I've been here since 2018. I've been here before him."
Yeah, this fella's a blow-in.
Come on, like this is. Like, it would almost look like you're pandering to a celebrity, Jason.
Yeah, as if I'm gone all starry-eyed.
Just because he's a little bit taller than you.
Yeah, he's not.
Is he not?
No way.
Really?
No way.
I thought he was tall.
He is tall.
Oh wow! Make no mistake, he is tall. That doesn't mean anything.
That doesn't mean you gotta get out of bed earlier than that to get me.
Oh my God.
We should mention that we said on Monday about the 10 case. No, not if you're listening, just pay attention for a second.
We
not
are doing
10
a 10
box.
case. We are doing a 10 case break.
120 boxes of Premier League Select.
That's what we're doing.
No. That's what we.
I'm joking. We did.
We bought a slot.
Partook into.
Yeah, Evan Ferguson, 120 boxes.
Oh.
Of EPL Select. Any Evan Ferguson cards that come out,
except for Bays,
we get. So, obviously, I'd already entered a 1 case break, got nothing. And so 10 cases, surely you get,
a lot more.
I should remember that 0 times 12 is still 0.
Oh my god.
And so we were thinking about maybe live streaming it or whatever, but we ended up just watching it and just texting during it.
Well, we ended up finding out it was occurring.
Yeah,
it was
because
on
they
case
filmed.
8.
I still don't understand to this day what happened, because to this day, 3 days later, because it was like there were 20 spots left, and then all of a sudden it was going. I'm not quite sure what filler is in a break.
I got a message at like 1 a.m. being like, it's happening right now.
It's happening.
There you go. And I watched it till like 1:30.
Yeah.
So I missed that. We didn't get to. It's not that we actively chose not to live stream it, but in hindsight, I'm glad we didn't live stream 10 cases.
Yeah.
Can I cut in before you get into it?
Sure.
Because we got a hobby question from an Irishman.
Okay.
Cheers, mate. Do you think Topps Gold will be a better purchase over club competitions? Flagship. This is a man trying to place an order today, Jason. I just want to give him an answer. Gold. On our website, you can get 2 boxes of Flagship for 1 box of gold.
Mm-hmm. Which
is a better purchase for you, Jason? You're a first time. You never opened a hobby box before. You never opened anything before. You're Irish.
Yeah. Go Flagship.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Why?
Greater variety of cards. Grail chance.
That Grail has sold it to you.
That Grail has sold it.
I feel like gold, you're getting a guaranteed auto. You have a bit of an experience. You might get a good auto.
But is it a bit?
It's more empty.
It doesn't give you the full picture of what's going on here.
It doesn't give you a full hobby experience.
Yeah.
But if you get a good auto, you're up, and then you're kind of in it.
I mean,
it's a good checklist. It's a tight checklist.
It's a good checklist. It's a good product. Strong product.
Most autos are grand. Like,
yeah,
I could tell them there's a guaranteed auto in one. I mean, if I had 180 quid to spend, if I had it, I don't have it.
Yeah.
If I had it, and I had to I have gone to my head 2 boxes of Flagship or 1 box of gold, I'm opening a gold.
You're opening a gold.
No, I understand what you're saying.
But you've been around.
I know I've been around, but like, if you've never opened a hobby product, you open Flagship and you don't hit anything.
But you hit some beautiful parallels and inserts. I know what you're saying. You're saying that Flagship, if you've never opened a, you might be like,
if you're purely looking at it as an ROI tool,
yeah,
return on investment, gold I think gives you a better chance.
Yes, but we're looking at it. I'm looking at it more from like he wants to get into a new hobby.
Okay. But should I tell him gold has a guaranteed auto and Topps doesn't?
Tell him gold has a guaranteed auto. Gold has a guaranteed auto.
Gold has a guaranteed.
This is all happening on soccercardsunited.com/store, by the way, for anyone listening.
Competitions would give
the podcast is now just you typing a text.
Idea.
We're just listening to you compose a text out loud.
Better or why?
Oh my god, we're gonna do it real time.
I'm gonna return on investment. I don't even like. He just felt it might just be a better idea of the hobby. Ripping the hobby better idea. I thought that there you go. Go to, I don't know. I give him a nothing answer. Nothing, Jason. I thought you were gonna help me. All I need to do was align with what I thought, which was gold.
Sorry, but that's it's.
Bear in mind, we just basically told him to buy a €90 box, not a €108 box, Jason.
Yeah. Well, this is because we're on the podcast. If you cut me off the air, I'd say tell him to buy 2 gold.
Tell him why not both?
Why not both?
Are you a fan of SPFL Chrome?
Yeah,
I am. Let me tell you. Sorry, Jason. We were talking about that 10 case break select that we got into.
So we got into a 10 case break of select, and it was on golden goal breaks, and the spot was expensive. It was like $550, which was less than what it would cost to get into 10 case breaks separately for Evan Ferguson.
Makes sense.
But I think, in reality, I probably would have stopped around case 3 or 4 if
you knew what it was like.
If I knew what it was like.
But that's how you don't. That's how you miss out on hitting the big one.
Exactly. So we're in there looking for a low numbered Evan Ferguson, and we came out with what? 1 numbered card.
1 numbered card.
Numbered to
135.
135.
I believe it was a blue select.
Right.
We hit a red select. We hit a multicolour select. We hit a silver.
Yeah.
As far as breaking experience goes, it was horrible.
Yeah.
No, to no fault of the unbelievable setup of Golden Gold breaks.
Oh no!
I want to make that very clear.
Yes,
I love their setup. I love that they had an unpacker.
There was an unpacker. There's a pack. And
I love the no nonsense. To be honest.
Yeah.
I was saying if I did a break, I'd kind of like to do it in that no nonsense way.
Yeah.
Of just the whole box is brilliant. So through no fault of him.
It was like there was tension when there should have been tension. There was hype when there should have been hype, but there was no hysterics.
Faffing about. There was no faffing about. No hysterics.
And there was no. Do you know what I loved? Not having to watch, because they were all unpacked live on a second
that's
camera.
what I'm saying.
You didn't have to watch the packs being open because that like wastes so much time.
We're busy people. We have things to do.
Yeah.
And they are too. If they're doing a 10k break, they don't have time. Those packs add up.
And of course, it's like, well, but then people are going to not trust. It's like, so get a camera on the pack opener. It's brilliant.
It's unbelievable.
It's phenomenal. And there was some mad stuff that came out of the.
Do you know what I would like to do, Jason?
What's that?
If we did that,
Yeah.
here's one. Tell me how you feel about this. If we did a 10k break, which is obviously mad, I would rather have the camera on us and like a. Do you ever like buy a pay-per-view boxing fight or something?
Sure. Yeah.
And there's like a big build up and there's a big wait before the actual event.
Yeah.
If it was just us chatting but unpacking everything, like the unpacking happens first, and we're just chatting away. Then when everything is finally unpacked, we're like, now we're doing the break, and people can tune in.
So everything is actually on camera. It's all
everything's on camera happening. Say like the break starts at 9, but we're unpacking for an hour.
Yeah.
But the unpacking is more of a kickback chill. It's happening for that would be cool, because that's just like, it's basically just a podcast, but we're unpacking as we go, and then it's like, right, everything is officially ready. Now let's go.
Because the piles of, I'm just trying to find it.
Because at the same time, in this live one, like, this fella's unpacking as your man's going through, and your man's sweating unpacking and trying to get them ready. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you end up like, these are whole boxes of, if you see it on the screen,
that's a full box.
This is a full box of Select. Just piles of full boxes of Select. It was honestly an incredible operation that was going on.
Unbelievable.
It was terribly disheartening to only get the one numbered Evan Ferguson.
But that's the game you're in.
That's the game
to be honest, in hindsight,
yeah,
you'd want to have done very well to like it's Evan Ferguson. You're chasing Evan Ferguson. You're not chasing Brighton. You're not chasing Ronaldo, Messi, Haaland. You know.
Yeah.
Rough enough. At the best of times, I would imagine.
Oh, you mean even if?
I think there's a lot of 10k breaks that go about as well as ours did.
Yeah, I think it was interesting just to be in a break for that long as well.
Oh my god, you went to bed before
I went
the
to
last
bed. I was
case?
like, I can't do this. I
was in my bed just praying for that 101 so I could tell Jason when he wakes up, hey,
yeah, we got the 101.
we did it.
The 101 was then since hit. The mezzanine 101.
There was a few. Is that? No, they're unnumbered.
That's what we're looking at there. That they're just red selects.
Listen, it was a good operation. It's definitely a very efficient way to get through a lot of stock, and a very kind of exciting way, because if you think about it, like $550 I think it was for a 10k break of Evan Ferguson.
Yeah.
Some people would be like, that's too much, but then it's like that was cheaper than us buying 2 boxes. Now obviously you buy 2 boxes, you end up with the cards and you're going to sell them, and we're a mana culture, we like all the teams.
Yeah.
But like if you're not a mana culture like us,
or if you just genuinely just collect one,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, one team or one player. Like
yeah, our one was obviously, he was a rookie, so he was a chase. But if you were just a Brighton fan in a normal year where Brighton didn't have big hits, like huge Matomo, him, Enciso, great crack. Like next year when Frosinone, if they do Serie A products still, whatever, who knows what's going to happen, but Frosinone is in the mix. Oh, go, you do a 10k break?
Yeah, you don't.
I'd be calling them saying, any 10k break you do, I'm taking it.
Yeah.
Don't even offer it. Give it to me, and I'll just be buzzed with whatever. And don't even ship it. Ship it when you're done all your 10k breaks.
Just keep it for me, and then
just keep it, and then do one shipment, and I'll be delighted. It'd be like Christmas. Yeah,
no, it was very, very, very good fun, and an interesting insight into the hobby. Do you know what I always love when on the rare occasions that I enter breaks and watch them live? I always love that each breaker has their own like kind of like mythos and like their own cast of like live streamers have, like your own cast of characters that are always in the chat, are always in the breaks,
always ready to go.
And there's always like there's always a couple of people that apparently are in every single break that this person does that aren't shopping around. I don't know. It's very interesting.
Community, Jason. That's
community.
What I'm for.
I appreciate the community aspect of breaking every time I go into it. Okay, right. Let's move on to your football week. Obviously, Enzo, you have not had a great football week. With the second leg following the first leg of the Champions League semi-final.
Yeah.
Milan couldn't lay a glove on Inter over 2 legs.
Leao wasn't fit. That was my big issue. But ultimately, we were just playing different levels.
Yeah, different levels. It looked like I think Inter looked like a much more experienced team.
Yeah, much more organised team.
Much more organised.
Better system.
Lautaro Martinez, tiny little Lautaro Martinez.
It wasn't a header.
Jumped up.
He came back to get me, didn't he?
He did. There's a lesson in there somewhere.
Somewhere, but we're not going to find it.
Yeah. Yes, that was. But still, I mean, if you compared to where Milan were 3 or 4 years ago, you got a league title and a Champions League semi-final appearance.
It's unbelievable.
It's an unbelievable turnaround.
But it's sickening to lose to Inter. But
Certainly.
It's also like, it just comes down to like investment. To be honest, like a lot of them, like the fact that we started Messias in a semi-final of a Champions League says a lot.
Yeah, And you can also see the differing approaches actually in the squad development. Like Inter have like, you know,
A lot of
veterans. They've brought guys in on like for low transfer fees on high wages. And you look at Milan's team, there are a lot of young players there.
Yeah,
that
the likes
being
of
brought
obviously
through.
Charles de Ketelaere was the big hope.
Yeah,
If he was decent this season, he would have been starting or whatever. But it is what it is. I'm happy ultimately, and shockingly enough, it wasn't the most one-sided semi-final.
no, because last night we had City versus Real Madrid.
Yeah,
And that was a very competitive first leg.
yeah, cracking
So
first leg.
We kind of thought,
We all enjoyed it thoroughly. We all thought we were setting up for a feast.
yeah, at the
Of football.
at the Etihad,
And instead, we've seen an absolute dominated masterclass.
demolition derby.
It was. I've never seen Real Madrid, so I've seen them beaten many a time,
yeah,
but I've never seen them beaten in that manner.
it was incredible.
They couldn't touch the ball.
It was
You're talking Toni Kroos, you're talking Luka Modric, you're talking Camavinga, could
Yeah.
not touch the ball. Valverde could not touch the ball. Benzema, Rodrigo, Vinicius, passengers.
I thought Rodrigo was the best Real Madrid player on the pitch, in the second half anyway, because he was the only one that was trying to put his foot on the ball and do
right.
anything. Vinicius, I said this to you in the first half. Benzema obviously was staying up front, on his own. Like, you know, I'll hold up the ball, I'll link up the play if we get a counter attack. Vinicius was doing that as well, and it's like, right, Benzema is
You can't both do it.
30 odd. You know, he has the excuse, but you're supposed to be electric and young and fit and the talisman.
Yeah, there was points in the game where Kyle Walker was overlapping, and that's when you know the threat from them had been completely neutralised.
I think Walker did the exact same thing 3 times, just sprinted down and took the ball off Vinicius, like sprinted way back.
Yeah, defending.
Yeah. And there was a time when like Kyle Walker couldn't. This is the magic of Pep and also the magic of unlimited resources.
The magic of money.
Yeah, Walker gets put on the bench for 2 or 3 months. Doesn't play a lot in the Premier League. But he's in the squad, which means when you come up against Vinicius Junior, you stick Kyle Walker back in, and that's that sort.
Yeah, and they really isolated Camavinga, who ultimately is not a left back.
Yeah, and it's only 20.
Yeah,
so
I think no Tchouaméni was a bit shocking because he had a good weekend game. And I don't know, without Casemiro, obviously the other 2 lads in midfield need to do a bigger job.
Yeah,
And Tchouaméni kind of does that, so it was weird to see Valverde. But like he's obviously been quality all year. I don't know, they just weren't at it. Passing to the guard, Jason.
yeah, it's.
That's
I
it.
mean, just I just
One Champions League semi-final too far for the boys.
Yeah, the squads were so different as well. Like City bringing on Mahrez, Foden, and Alvarez.
That was crazy.
You know, like what's that? Who does that? There was a very good. Oh my god!
But even like just the midfield, it was unbelievable. Like the way they were all passing the ball.
Yeah,
The overlaps, Bernardo Silva, De Bruyne, Stones coming into midfield. Then on the other side you had Jack Grealish having a great game. It was just brilliant.
yeah. The kind of like the game at play behind the game was obviously, as you said, the changing of the guard and all that stuff, and Man City's rise to be the best team in the world for the last few years. And there was an interesting article written by Jonathan Liu. I just want to read you a little excerpt from it.
Okay.
It's in the Guardian, just to give you an idea. So, and so one of the world's richest states spends years trying to hire the world's greatest coach, succeeds, and then gives him literally everything he needs. Every other club in the world, with the exception of PSG, has to operate within the constraints of finance or fortune. Every other club in the world has flaws or problems or areas they can't address right now, but hope to at some point in the future. Guardiola, by contrast, gets the staff he wants, the players he wants, when he wants them, gets their replacements ahead of schedule. So you don't just sign Erling Haaland, you sign Julian Alvarez to give him a rest. Calvin Phillips arrived for £45 million, doesn't play all season, and it's fine. You decide, and just reflect on the breathtaking audacity of this for a second, that you need an upgrade on Phil Foden, so up pops Jack Grealish. If someone accuses you of breaking the rules, you hire the world's greatest lawyers to shoot them down. This is perfection, but not so much the perfection of great art as the perfection of a finely executed military campaign, the perfection of unlimited wealth, the perfection of political strength, the perfection of a pointless mile-high crystal pyramid in the middle of the desert. No academy players and no Mancunians started for City last night. Does this matter? Does anything matter?
Ooh.
That's kind of how I, obviously much
That's how
more
you view-
articulate than I could ever be, but
You could have got away with saying I had some thoughts.
that's kind of how I felt watching this. I was like, what even are we watching?
Yeah, what is it?
This is like Pep Guardiola's football lab, like, because that first half performance was
crazy.
the best. Like, it doesn't even feel right to say it was one of the best halves of football I've ever seen. Like, in terms of the performance, it was more than that. It was one of the most perfect first half performances I've ever seen. It was just like, I thought it was like hard to process what was going on. It wasn't just dominant. It was like, we're faster, we're stronger,
Real Madrid didn't touch the ball.
No, Bernardo Silva was unbelievable.
Yeah, to be honest, that reminded me a little bit in a different way to Italy's Euro 2012 final. So 2012,
Right? Yeah.
against Spain,
Yeah.
where like David Silva, I think they won 4-0 as well. David Silva scored a header, and I remember just being like, if David Silva scoring a header, it's not your day.
No, this is not.
And that's when Bernardo Silva scored that header. I had that kind of feeling.
Yeah.
And I think Juan Mata maybe scored a late goal and not to make it 4-0, and then obviously Alvarez did there.
Right.
Felt very similar in terms of like, obviously, even like, it's hard for me even to look at this. I look at this Man City team, Pep Guardiola. Like, Pep Guardiola had such an impact on the Spanish team because he had Barcelona and a lot of their players in Barcelona. This feels very Spain back in their day.
Yeah.
Fluid passing football, unbelievable, but obviously very different.
I felt like I was reminded of Pep's Barca teams where you have that, like, you have a few seconds to win the ball back, and like, because the thing about Pep Guardiola's Barcelona is like, if you go back and watch a lot of the matches, like, there's a few matches obviously everyone remembers and all that, but like, the reason why when Jose Mourinho took over Real Madrid, why that was such a big explosion was that up to that point no one had really understood, no one could do anything against Pep's Barcelona. They were just kind of a perfect, well-oiled machine. You go back and watch a lot of their matches, it's kind of shit to watch because it's like, this is like, one side is doing brilliantly, but it almost looks like the other side aren't trying. That's how good Barcelona were, or what Man City were last night. You're gonna look at Real Madrid going like, you aren't even trying. It's like, we're trying the hardest we've ever tried.
I was like, you're Real Madrid.
Yeah.
I was like, get your foot on the ball, slow it down, do something. But they couldn't.
But you can, because City are just incredible.
Which is mad though.
There was an interesting stat from Mr. Chip, Spanish statistician, who always has some good ones, and he says there are eight players who have scored 2 or more goals in a semi-final, European Cup semi-final against Real Madrid. They are Giorgio Del Monte for Milan in 1956, Gerd Muller for Bayern in 1976, Manfred Kaltz for Hamburg in 1980, Horst Rubeck for Hamburg as well, Lothar Matthäus for Bayern, Lionel Messi for Barcelona, Robert Lewandowski for Dortmund in 2013, and now 10 years after that, Bernardo Silva. Now, I don't think anyone had Bernardo Silva brace on their bingo card for last night.
Far from it. Could have had a hat-trick.
Could have had a hat-trick, and also like won the ball back 5 or 6 times in Real Madrid's box, which is incredible. It was mad. It
was almost sad though, because like, I was ready for a cracking game of football, and instead we just seen. I mean, it was utter domination, which was amazing to watch because it's just something that you'll never forget. I mean, to be honest, I think of maybe the Brazil-Germany game in the World Cup.
Yeah,
where just everything went right, but this was different to that because it was just, for that first half, Real Madrid could not touch the ball.
No, and
like, we're talking about Modric, you're talking about Kroos, and you're talking about a slew of other world-class players.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Courtois making brilliant saves, but like, you can. So sometimes there's games where like, that was too good a save too soon. Like, you shouldn't be
under that kind of pressure.
How are we in like this game state where you're like making mad acrobatic saves and getting all pumped up like we're 7 minutes into the match?
Yeah, this is bad.
So anyway, we're gonna have in Istanbul an Inter City final.
Yep.
And
can neither of them win?
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
That's
Erling Haaland though. Could have had a couple. Could have had 3.
Could have had 3. Yeah, but didn't have any.
So saving them for the final.
Saving them for the final. Let's see, or maybe Lautaro Martinez.
Big header.
Can go full Diego Milito.
Oh my god. Very possible.
In USMNT news, we had Folarin Balogun, the Reims striker on loan from Arsenal, declare finally for the USA instead of England. So, Arsenal forward Folarin Balogun has decided to switch to international allegiance from England to the United States, and it's been approved by FIFA. The 21-year-old was born in the US, so US citizen, born in the US to Nigerian parents but raised in England. He's played for England's under-21s but withdrew from the squad in March because of injury. He won't play at the European Championships obviously anymore. The change association for Folarin Balogun from England to USA has been approved. He has 19 Ligue 1 goals in 34 appearances for Reims this season, and he has said the decision was a no-brainer and that the US feels like his home. When I broke the news to my family, they were all just over the moon, especially my mom. She said, what took you so long? To represent the United States means a lot, more than people would know. I'm very proud and honoured to have this opportunity, and I want to give everything I have to make our team successful. He previously said he would be open to representing Nigeria, but he's decided to become available for the United States, a choice he was eligible to make, having not won a senior cap for England. Have America finally found their number 9?
Maybe.
Who knows? He's had a very good season.
I think the United States are just going to keep getting stronger and stronger. I think we're in a very transitional period still. I think it's going to take a long time to get there, but they are. I think in our lifetime, Jason, we're going to see them as one of the dominant teams. I believe it.
Yes. He has obviously had a very good season in Ligue 1, but so has Jonathan David, and he didn't score any goals at the World Cup. The rookie card situation for Folarin Balogun is that he's in 21-22 Premier League Prism, and that is his only rookie card. So that's quite exciting.
We like that.
And there's been a whole mass of sales in the last, including some boxes of 21-22 Prism from SoccerCardsUnited.com.
Oh yeah, we're sold out.
We're sold out now?
Yeah.
Wow. So sorry you missed the boat on that, but
You missed the boat. We can restock it.
There's some mad stuff going on. These are it's great to see. Like, this shows you the power of the American card market and how the Americans are the ones that are driving the market. It's like there's 300 million potential American soccer fans. So if he declares for the USMNT,
that's
boom.
That moves the needle.
That moves the needle. Yeah. Sometimes we wonder, can anything move the needle? Yes.
Especially when you think of how well they played in the World Cup.
Yeah.
Like, they were missing a striker.
Yeah. And now they've got one. They've got potentially a very, very good one. So exciting times lie ahead. Bring on 2026.
Oh, it's coming.
And all that.
Can we go? We're going. Surely
we're going to go.
Oh yes.
Maybe for a match, 2 matches.
Italy are going to be there. I hope.
Is that right?
I hope so.
Hope so. Mancini's still going to be there?
Don't know. He should have left after winning the Oak.
Go out on a high. Alright, speaking of going out on a high, that's us. We're back on Monday for more Soccer Cards United. In the meantime, be good, have a good weekend, and congratulations to Manchester City and Inter Milan. Alright.
Fuck Inter Milan.